Welcome back to Don't Tell My Spirit Guides.
The podcast your spirit guides hardly warned you about. Today, we're going to get spicy. Okay, we're going to call you out on your shit. We're going to be honest. I feel like this is going to be our most savage episode yet. Third episode. No, but for real.
I think this is going to be like the most raw, but also the one that a lot of you are probably going to be able to relate to.
Yeah.
Yes, you. I'm talking to you.
You hope. No. Okay, so today we're going to talk about toxic, let's just say attachments, because it applies to more than just like relationships. It's like friendships, whoever the hell. Yeah.
Sometimes your family.
Toxic relationships slash situations. So our first question, why do we keep going back to this person slash situation?
Ooh. You know what? I think that this is different, obviously, for every scenario, because, you know, whatever they were going through. I think that, like, you know, there are different reasons why people go back to those relationships. Sometimes it could be out of fear. Sometimes it could be out of guilt. And a lot of times I think it could be fear of the unknown. Like, maybe you don't know what life looks like without that person, like in the past year or 2 years or however long you've been with this person. And you are scared of what life would look like without them. And you start creating these crazy scenarios in your head, you know, and each one you paint yourself to be fucking miserable when that's not even the case at all. That's not, I promise you it gets better. I promise you 1000%. But I also think, shit, the fucking chemicals in our brain, we're fucking addicted like drugs and we keep going back like crack addicts. You know, I honestly think a huge part of it is the rush, because I know I fucking sure as hell went back once or 10 times to the same stupid motherfucker, even though I knew he was bad. But I love the rush. I love the rush.
Yeah, I think like surface a little, not too deep in there. It's definitely that. People are addicted to that rush, to that chaos. Your nervous system starts to make you think that feels normal. That's what love feels like. That's what that situation, that relationship like feels like home, because you become used to it. But really, I think if we're getting raw and we're being for real, calling you out on your shit, I think you go back. I think you stay, you go back, you let it start, because you don't fucking love yourself. You're proving you don't love yourself very well.
Oh, 100%.
Honestly, and you don't have good boundaries, and you definitely let people cross those boundaries, which goes back to you don't really love yourself, because just period.
That's a really solid point, because I think a lot of people, like, often enough, like, they will sit here and be like, you know, I'm worthy of love, you know, and like affirm that shit all day. You realistically, on a subconscious level, believe that, you wouldn't be in that situation. Yes. I promise you, because you would be putting yourself on the pedestal. And that man that you're now holding on a pedestal, or woman or whatever shit, I don't fucking judge. You wouldn't be holding them up to like that high level that you currently are, because you're just a fucking man. It doesn't mean that you don't love the person or that you don't care about them enough. It just means that you love yourself and care about yourself more, because at the end of the day, they're just going to show up and mirror you and mirror your own relationship with yourself.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah, exactly. It's like when they say you can tell how much you love yourself by the people that you allow to be around you. And it's so true. If you're well respected, if you're well loved, whatever the case may be, it truly, truly shows who you are by allowing those people to be in your circle. You know, I think that our past relationships, like me and hers, definitely show that. Now that I'm out of those relationships and I look back and I'm in a great relationship, love my man, I'm like, damn, I didn't love myself in those moments, you know, because I can sit here and say, oh, well, everyone from my past is like they were just shitty people and they were like pieces of shit and whatever. They could have been or not been anything that I come here and I tell you that they are. But the fact of the matter is, no matter anything that I went through it because I allowed it. I did not love myself to my full potential. And I can sit here and say, I could sit here and have been affirming it, like, I'm worthy of love. Why is this happening to me? Like, me, bitch. It's happening to me because of me. I'm letting you treat me like that. Whether it's, you know, a man, a friend, or whatever it is, like, I'm letting you treat me like that.
Yeah, and I think a lot of times is, we seek validation.
Yes.
That's a big one. We seek validation. Well, maybe if he chooses me, maybe if I can earn his love, you put so many things that you give so much importance to these things, when in reality, I promise you that if you actually had that man and he actually like showed up for you in that way and stuff, you probably would lose interest. And the reason why is because your nervous system doesn't recognize
It's
that
calm. It's calm.
as love.
Yeah.
So, that's when it comes down to like, you having to like reprogram your nervous system to like understand that chaos, that energy is not what love is,
Yeah.
because even with friendships, you end up picking chaotic ass friends. That's why I have one friend. Goddamn.
We were just talking about that before we got on here.
I would love to have more friends, but I have really shitty experiences with friends.
Our troop will grow slowly.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, there's some good ones out there, but they're new, so But love you, Pookies. Hopefully those flourish into long-lasting friendships. But I do get scared because fuck.
No, me too, girl.
Fuck.
It's hard for me to trust people because I feel like even people that I've known for years, even they tend to turn around. You turn around and they got that knife right there. So,
Girl, look at my. I saw something the other day that said something like, "I'll break up so quick, like you could just ask my ex-cousin, my ex-auntie." And I'm like, oh my God.
that's on you, boo. That's on you. We're over 2 decades strong.
Yeah, something like that. Yes.
Literally.
Yeah, but I don't know. It's definitely difficult to, open up and trust people and be vulnerable because not everybody has their best intentions, Sometimes you be telling people like what's going on in your life and your situations and like the whole time they're judging you. Or they'll turn around and they'll go tell their other friend, and then
Yeah.
they twist things and
Yes.
what?
Yeah, so I think just as soon as someone shows you like that side, and that's what I was saying earlier. Like you need to hold boundaries. If that doesn't fly with you, that they play the telephone game and shit that's a boundary. They cross it, you're done.
Yes.
You're done. Don't allow someone to show you who they are more than once. Like I swear to God, have your standards and stand 10 toes down on them. Especially in relationships.
Big on giving people second chances. Second chance for
Especially in
what?
relationships because all you're going to do is fall deeper into that love hole and it's going to be harder to get out.
Yeah, no, I feel like, with my first really long, toxic, on and off relationship, I gave him a million chances. A million. But I think I gave him every chance that I had for everyone else. Because now I'm just like, I'm gonna give you another chance for what? To play in my face again?
Yeah.
Like, no, thank you.
And like
No fucking thank you.
that has come to the point where you do stand 10 toes down on your
Oh, yeah.
boundaries. And I always speak very highly of you doing that. Someone's like, oh, you think Anna? No.
Absolutely not.
No. No. Even if it's something as simple as like her schedule, like her routine, and they're like, oh, you think she'll like, no. She sticks to her boundary's her boundary. She holds it. Don't piss her off. No.
Yeah, and you know what? To a lot of people, I feel like that personality and that energy can come off as selfish. But you know what? As you fucking should be. You should put yourself first. Because at the end of the day,
And
the
the right
only
people-
motherfucker that is going to be with you till you die is you.
Yeah. And I don't think that if people are taking your boundaries offensively, those
Yeah.
are not people that are meant to be in your life. Because I don't
That's true.
take your boundaries offensively at all.
That is true. I actually read that too. If I give somebody a boundary and they take offense into it, I'm like,
You're weird.
yeah.
Yeah. Because why does it bother? Why does my boundary bother you?
Okay, I had a friend that actually got super offended because I asked for space because I was crashing the fuck out because there was just a lot of chaos at work and I was super stressed out. My eye was twitching.
Oh, yeah. Cortisol was high.
Cortisol levels were high. I was tired.
That's never a good sign.
I couldn't sleep. I was having like nightmares about work. I don't know.
Oh, I hate when work sucks that much.
Yes. And I asked him if I could have a little space. You know, it had nothing to do with him as a person. I just need a little space because I'm kind of fucking losing it right now. And I am constantly answering the phone at work and answering emails and talking to people that I'm overstimulated and I've kind of had enough. This is as much as I can give to humans for the day. Yeah. I've talked to enough people. I can't conversate right now, you know? And, you know, everything kind of settled, I think, within maybe 2 weeks or so. And then I reached back out, and he was being super passive-aggressive with me. And I was like, okay, clearly...
You bothered a little
Clearly
bit.
something not okay. So you want to talk about it, sweetheart? And he pretty much was telling me how he can't be friends with someone that's just coming in and out of his life like that. And that he... basically didn't respect the fact that I didn't think that he was a good enough friend that he could be there for me and hold space. But to be honest with you, I just let the man throw his tantrum and I walked away because at the end of the day, I'm not mad at you. You're mad at me. You figure that out. Those are your emotions. They're not mine to carry.
Yes.
But also at the same time, it literally had nothing to do with you. I didn't need you to hold space. I didn't need you to be there for me.
I just need to be
like
in my own
I just needed space so I can breathe because my eye was twitchy.
And
What?
sometimes you don't need someone to be there for you.
Yes.
Like I know when I'm super overstimulated and I'm crashing out of my own head, I'll come to people slowly, like one at a time and vent. And especially my man, he's around me every day. And sometimes I need to go in the bath and be by myself for 40 minutes, an hour, because my man's not good enough for me to share it with. Of course he is. But there's things you need to process on your own, and
Facts.
that shouldn't offend people. Like,
It really shouldn't.
it's okay. It's okay. You don't always have to lean on someone, and that, I don't know, getting offended by that's so
Right? Because, okay, I have a really good relationship with myself. You know, I talk to myself a lot. Like
me on the car ride home.
just having a full-on argument. My
Bitch,
three
you're
personalities.
crazy. I'm not crazy. Fuck you.
Take that back.
And the person in the car next to you is like,
That's why I got my windows tinted.
super dark.
Super dark. You can't see shit inside. So I can argue with myself in peace. But I've heard that there are people that can't hear thoughts in their brain. Like they can't hear that voice in their head. What do you mean? So it's just silent up there? You don't hear shit? There's no voice? I got like three voices up
crazy.
there.
That's crazy, right?
That's crazy. I'm just kidding. I don't have to do shit. Actually, no, I'm lying. Cause
You're a Gemini. You have at least two.
yes. I'm like, how? So it's just dead silent? So what do you do all day? You don't talk to yourself? I talk to myself all day.
What are we actually getting out of these connections? Stress?
High cortisol.
Yeah, like
Feel like a little weight loss.
you're getting a lesson on the universe is, if the universe is trying to teach you anything, it's to teach you how to have boundaries, like dead ass, because you're definitely not getting anything good out of it other than the lesson to learn to hold boundaries and love yourself. These toxic situations do not help you. They don't help you. If anything, the longer you stay in those situations, the more they hold you back, the more they create blockages, because especially if it's a relationship, because a friendship, you can kind of, I feel like, dust off a little easier, or like a family member, unless it's like someone really close. For the most part, those are
I feel like you can
easier
breathe
to contain
those
because
more,
the love
too.
attachment is different. Your relationship that's the one that usually makes us crash out, because you're like, oh my God. It's the one you're like the most attached to because you have more of a soul tie to that person, I feel like, because you're laid up with them all the time, so the emotions, you're constantly feeling their emotions, you're constantly in the same energy field. And
That's true. That is true.
and it's not helping you. Like a lot of people in these situations, those people are hindering you from growing, from being yourself. You know, you're living in like a fear, in an anxious attachment style, like we said in the last episode. It's just not good for you. Learn to stand 10 toes down on your boundaries the first time. The first time. Okay? Not the 50th time. The first time. I'm telling you from experience.
It doesn't change.
Stand 10 toes down the first time. Okay?
I think, and I'm not trying to project because I'm also like a firm believer that, you know, everybody's reality and outcome could be completely different from one another, you know, but in my experience, at least, like every time I have given someone another opportunity, it literally was an opportunity for them to do that shit again, but a little harder this time, you know, and then a little harder next time and stuff. And that's why I keep saying, like, I'm not good about, I don't like giving people multiple chances, because for what?
Yeah.
But there's also everything that you were saying right now. It kind of brought me back to this book that I read. If I remember correctly, I think it's an ebook, and it's called Why Men Love Bitches.
I've heard of that book.
Yeah, it's a really good read. That book, you know, in a brief summary, I guess, it really does teach you, in a sense, how to have boundaries, how to have proper boundaries, and how to treat yourself as like the prize. You know, to give an example from that book, if a man makes plans with you to go on a date or something, and like you got all dressed up, you did your makeup, you did your hair, like I feel like men don't understand. Like, it's a whole production, okay? I had to invest. And I had to use my expensive foundation to make this.
I did my everything shower.
Yes, I fucking exfoliated and shaved for you.
For real.
Seriously. Your expensive Moroccan soap is, bye.
Oh my God.
I sprayed my green perfume for you. Fuck you.
On the ankles.
Yeah. The ankles are so. If you know, you know. I definitely have done that. Actually, I had a guy tell me once that, what did he say? That I smell like, he told me I smell like the candle section. I think he said at Bath and Body Works.
The whole store is the candle section.
No, maybe it wasn't Bath and Body Works. Bed Bath and Beyond. He said, you smell like the candle section at Bed Bath and Beyond. And I was like, I don't know if I'm insulted right now or like that's a compliment. He's like, no, you smell nice. And I was like, fuck you.
But thank you.
But thank you, I guess. I don't know. Oh, what was I getting at? Oh, so basically in the book, it talks about, okay, so you're all dolled up, you're ready to go out on this date, and then this man has the audacity, the fucking nerve, and the level of disrespect to cancel. So what would you do in this present? You probably would like crash out, right? What the fuck? Are you fucking serious, right? You would react.
Yeah.
You would react. That's the normal response. But what would a bad bitch do?
Go out.
Okay, no worries. I'm gonna go out with, you know, Tom.
I probably wouldn't even respond and then go out.
Yeah, so basically like that, like, because she puts different scenarios like that, you know, that you could experience, you know, with a man, and how to react or not react, I guess. And like that one, she was basically saying, you know, the good girl, the nice girl would react out of her emotion, out of her pain. You know, she's hurt, she's angry, but, you know, the bitch, she's not going to do that. She doesn't have time, nor does she care. You're not coming? Okay, next guy will pick me up.
Yeah.
He'll be here in 5.
And the bitches, I would like to say, the bitch is like a girl who loves herself.
Yes.
It's the one who's showing self-love, who's showing boundaries. And that's the person that is going to win in the end when you're holding your boundaries, right? Because it's like we're always talking about, oh, we want to manifest this and this life and this partner and this, all of these amazing things that we always want for ourselves. And you get them by sticking to your guns, holding your boundaries, and leaving your standards at what they are. And the universe has no choice. That's called rewiring your brain. And then the universe has no choice. Your life has no choice but to meet you at those standards. You start to attract people that are going to meet you at those standards.
Yes, absolutely. Because you know what? As someone who has done, you know, candle magic, spell work, healing work, and whatnot for so many people for so many freaking years, you know, love and money are two things that like a lot of people often come for. That's what they want, right? But love is a big one. Love is a big one. And I noticed how It's the people that like want love so desperately that have a harder time with actually manifesting it. And I always tell them it's, you know, it's because of their level of attachment to it, you know.
They're not letting it go.
You have to detach from the situation, because if you had it, wouldn't be fucking gripping onto it.
You're not in the place of, you're not of lack.
Yes.
You know,
And then I always tell people, you need to string that shit back, you know, pull it back into yourself, focus on yourself. And then, you know, this way you can actually align with someone that meets you at that level. Because then what happens is like you will end up attracting someone, but you're attracting someone out of lack. And out of that very low self-esteem, and you know, like you don't value yourself. You think this motherfucker's gonna value you?
Yeah.
Absolutely not.
And then that's the beginning of you being trapped in that toxic situation.
Yes, because there you go. Now you're seeking validation.
Yeah. And they're going to give it to you for a little bit, but then it's going to start to hurt and it's going to sting. And then,
Yeah.
And then you're trapped. Before you know it, you look up, you're trapped here. You don't know how to leave. The list of reasons for staying are not bigger than the list of reasons for leaving, but now you don't know how to leave. Like, been there, done that. You got to go the first time. The first time they show you who they are, you got to go. And I'm not saying that those people are necessarily like horrible people just to mankind and they don't deserve love. They will meet their match that works for them.
Yeah.
But they are not yours. They're not your freaking match. Get over it. Build your own bridge. Get the hell over it. Let's move on. Let's find who you actually need in your life, who will actually make you happy, who will actually make you shine, make your life shine, be everything you're trying to manifest.
No, seriously. You know, because like I feel like one thing that a lot of people don't understand about manifesting is that if you can actually see it clearly in your head and you can feel it,
Tap
it's
into
possible.
that subconscious.
It's possible. So when you think about what your ideal person would look like, you know, I'm pretty sure it doesn't look like the guy that's, you know, having you cry and ruining your mascara. I'm pretty sure that's not what it looks like or feels like, you know? When you think about what that looks like, hold that to your standard and don't lower it down for fucking anyone, you know, because it's possible. If you can see it and you can feel it, I promise you it is possible to manifest it.
Yes, 100%. Okay, what part of us is attached? Is it love, ego, attachment, or habit?
I think
It ain't love.
Yeah, I think
It's not love. That's not love. Love doesn't hurt like that. Love is not chaotic like that. Love is your nervous system calm. I don't want to hear you saying, "Oh, he gives me butterflies." That's your nervous system crashing out. The man that makes your nervous system feel calm,
that's
a
true.
better option. I'm telling you right now. I don't want to hear you say, if you're like, "Oh, this man gives me butterflies," run, girl, run. Your body's trying to tell you something before your mind figures it out.
You know that like I want to say it's like monks that correct me if I'm fucking wrong, people, but I'm pretty sure this is where this came from. They believe that if you do feel butterflies in your stomach, that is your nervous system actually trying to warn you that something's not right.
Yeah.
So it's like you're like, oh, how cute, you know, he loves me. I feel butterflies in my stomach. It's like, no, bitch, your fucking body's literally rejecting you right now.
Your body's alarm's going like, nah, nah,
Yes.
nah, and you're ignoring the hell out of it.
Right? And then like, okay, love bombing. To me, if someone love bombs you, I know a lot of you are like, but how can he not be in love with me? I'm fucking amazing. Honestly, me too. But it's not where we're going. Okay, that's not where we're going. Don't fucking listen to me. Scratch that out. Cut it out. If someone is love bombing you in the beginning, that's a fucking red flag.
Oh, yeah.
Because what do you mean you were in love with me for like the first like 2 days that we've been talking? Like
You don't even know me. You don't even know my
Yeah.
level of crazy. You don't know if you can handle it. You don't know if I'm gonna stress you out. You don't know what kind of person I am when I've had a little
Exactly.
margarita.
or 3.
You know, you don't know me.
Honestly.
Calm down. You know.
I need you to see me on a bad day and then see if you still stick around. I need you to see me crashing out.
I remember telling my man like, oh, you know, men tend to think that I'm like mean.
Yeah.
And he's like, I don't I don't see it. Well, when it first started, like, you're so nice.
so mellow.
You're so kind. You're so nice. And I'm sure now he's like, this bitch. Like, fuck.
Stressing me the fuck.
I sent him a reel today. Like, I sent him a reel today about talking about fucking having like a mean ass wife. But he he loves it here. Like, he actually loves it here. And it's like, I think he's come to learn that, like, I think if you asked him honestly to explain it, he never even tells me like, oh, you're mean or whatever. He honestly just tells me like, you're just real as fuck and you're blunt as fuck, and there's nothing wrong like that. People just don't understand you.
No, 100%.
And I'm like, thanks, babe.
Their relationship is very like black cat and golden retriever energy.
Guess
She's
who the black cat is?
the black cat. But like, honestly, same. Like, I mean, I don't know if I want a golden retriever energy guy though. I feel like I want like maybe like a Doberman or German Shepherd. I need us to be a little more aggressive, you know? Like, okay, like Elvis, my dog, he's friendly with me, but he doesn't fuck with anybody, and I like that.
That's how I am. That's how I am and that's exactly why my man likes that people describe me as
with
mean.
me, oh, that dog melts.
That's literally me.
That's what I want.
That's literally me as a person, because I'm like, you know, I always send him shit like that too, where it's like, you know, like my wife is so mean, but at least I know she's not fucking with you because she barely fucks with me. Like,
exactly. She barely tolerates me.
I love that man though.
So fun.
I love him, and I love that he's a golden retriever.
Yes.
Till death.
Yes, we fuck with him.
What lesson is this trying to teach us? We talked about this. Hold your fucking boundaries. Have standards, have boundaries, stand 10 toes down. It's that simple. It's literally that simple.
You know, I think a lot of people say like, oh, the lesson is gonna keep repeating itself until you learn it. You know? But recently, you know, one of my friends, spiritual baddie as he is, he told me something that kind of gave me a new perspective on that. Because I said that. I was talking about how the lesson repeats itself until you, like, learned it. And he was like, no, it still repeats itself.
You just have
You just learn how to react differently. And I was like, holy shit.
Literally true.
You have a brain.
Yeah. And then you start to feel the energy of like, if I walk into a room, I can often tell, especially a room of people that like know me or like know me and have crossed me. You know who you are. I can always tell when they know that I'm not to be fucked with, not in like, oh my God, she's a scary ass bitch or whatever, but it's just like, if you're going to be in this circle, if you're going to be in my space, you need to learn to take accountability, at least.
Yes.
At least. And then I get to decide how you proceed to be or not be in my life. Like,
1000%. I feel like a lot of people lack that. You want to see someone take accountability for like their actions and stuff, but you won't take accountability for like yours. And like, I feel like a lot of people lack that. It's like how earlier I was telling you that I'm like, you know, I made a new friend, guys. I'm excited because I'm not very much a social butterfly.
Struggle.
Yeah, I do.
Because we have boundaries.
Stop being a little bitch.
Yeah.
Don't be a little chicken. Just fucking
And
say
have
it.
accountability.
Yes.
Have accountability everywhere in your life. Like, literally everywhere in your life.
I respect people more for that, actually.
Yeah.
If you're honest with me, I'm like, damn, that hurt a little bit, but you know what? I fuck with you.
Yeah.
I fuck with you because you had the fucking balls to tell me.
And you always want, I feel like the more accountability you have, the more it's like, it's what you're attracting then, right? Like, you're attracting people that take accountability in your life. Like, even with my kids, like, if I did something that crossed the line on like I crashed out or whatever, there's plenty of times where I've apologized to not my little, because she's so little, but like my son is, you know, love him to death, and your first child's always the roughest one because you're learning, I feel like. And there's plenty of times where I've apologized to him and taken accountability that I didn't need to crash out in a situation. I was overstimulated. I projected on him, and I come to him and I'm honest with him, and I take that accountability And guess what he's going to learn? Accountability. You're welcome, future girls.
And shit, this is probably something that like a lot of our parents didn't do for us, you know? They just like
Because they didn't know. They didn't know.
yeah, they probably like, you know, said what they said and then like maybe they felt bad about it after, but then like didn't say anything after because that's just not the experience that they had. But you know, here we are breaking cycles because, you know, we are not our moms and dads and like, you know, we want to do better and like not saying that our parents suck, you know, actually I love my parents, like that's like that clear, you know, but I'm saying like, you know,
But we've learned
Yes.
learned more than like we have tools that they didn't have.
exactly,
Yeah.
exactly. Yes. I
You
think
want to keep passing those tools on, so then my kids will grow up and then they'll add on to the tools and it just keeps getting better.
exactly, exactly. We're just trying to break cycles that are like outdated and not fucking useful and, you know, but that's another thing is like a lot of your relationship patterns, like that's where it started. It started in your relationship with your parents or the relationship you saw at home. And then you're thinking like that's what love looks like and feels like and that's what you're out there looking for, but you have to like, you know, get that shit out of your head.
Detach from that.
Back in the days, if you kissed someone, shit, you better be engaged to marry tomorrow. Like, we're fucking 2026. Okay, we're doing shit different now. You know, women are to be pursued and chased and be set on the pedestal worth the price because we want healthy masculinity, okay? And the man is supposed to protect, the man's supposed to provide. And the man's supposed to be the hunter and gatherer.
But you also cannot just look at yourself like, yes, you're the prize, but a man is also the prize. I feel like that lacks a lot in like today's culture. And I mean, me personally, like my man is the prize, and he ain't going nowhere because I'm letting him. He don't want to, and I'm not letting him. But I truly also value him as a prize, and I value myself as a prize. I think that's why we have such a good relationship. Be the standard that you want in a man. Don't just expect that man to have that standard that you're looking for. You also have to be what you're looking for, and you know, play your role too. There is roles. I know those lines get blurred a lot in today's society, but there is roles. And I used to be the girl that wanted a career or thought she wanted a career and ain't no man gonna take care of me and I'll be damn like Miss Independent. And a lot of that had to do with my past relationships and not trusting a man, truly not being able to trust a man to take care of me. I was always, I have to have myself because I can't trust anybody to take care of me, you know? And my man has definitely showed me different from the very beginning. I was like, oh my God, suddenly I just want to have your baby. Like literally he flipped my entire world upside down and made me think completely differently because of the standard that he holds, and he is a prize. And so
but that's how it should be. Healthy masculinity at the end of the day.
Yes.
But that's what I'm saying. Like the man should be that protector, that provider, you know. And I wasn't saying like women are the prize as a way of like devaluing men. Literally not what I'm saying.
No, I'm not saying I'm not saying you're devaluing men, but and I'm like, you know how like the girls that are like, for example, the girls that are like, oh, like he should do all the things that you're saying.
Yeah.
But then they don't want to like hold their end of that bargain.
Yeah. No.
Like
I think it's like
that's what I wanted to clarify. I know what you meant, but
yes.
So I wanted to clarify, like
yes.
she's not saying like you don't have a bargain to hold on your
right.
Yeah, like,
right.
That's what I was clarifying.
Yeah, what I'm trying to say is like basically like obviously like you know your worth, that plus tax, you know, plus shipping fees and whatever else. Like why would you lower your standards? You know, like it's like trying to equal a $100 bill to a penny. It does not fucking make sense. It's never gonna add up. You know, so you have to like meet someone that is like at your same vibration, aligns with you mentally, emotionally, physically, like on every level, or it's just not going to work out.
Yeah.
Because if you're constantly pouring into their cup and you're constantly emptying yours, like, you're gonna fucking run yourself dry. Like,
You build resentment.
Yes.
Then the toxic shit starts and it doesn't end until you get too tired of it. This
Facts.
episode's really about boundaries.
It really is. It really is.
Boundaries and standards.
It's about remembering the bad bitch that you are. Because I feel like we forget that. I feel like there are relationships in which we forget our own power.
You
I
lose
know I'm
yourself.
guilty of that.
Oh, me too,
In
yes.
which, you know, I felt like I lost my voice. I lost my power. Like, I felt like
You're not even you anymore.
I was like crumbling in this man's presence and
Yeah.
energy. And like, you know, he would do or say something, but like I wouldn't speak up for myself. And you know what? As toxic as my situationship was, you know, I will say one thing that I learned out of that was to like
Stand
put
up for
my
yourself.
fucking foot down
Yeah.
and stand up for myself, because I crashed the fuck out. And I hated the woman that I was with him because I was fucking crazy. But you know what? I should have done more. As a matter of fact, I should have fucking done more. I didn't do enough. I did not. And it felt good.
It does feel good, and then it changes your life. Like it's
Exactly.
like what's the outcome out of you holding your boundary, out of you having a standard and saying nothing gets across this standard. The light at the end of the tunnel shines brighter than anything else, and like we said earlier, like people have to be the people that come into your life, the situations that come into your life, they have to meet you there. They don't have a choice. They have to meet you there. So all you get out of life is what you want out of life, what you truly, truly want out of life.
Facts.
It has no choice. Nothing has a choice but to be to your standard, because you have a standard. Like, and that's it, sis. Don't piss me off.
Seriously, stressing me the fuck out.
Huh?
Okay. So now that we've said all that, damn, now I'm stressed. Remembering bad times and shit. Just kidding. I'm just kidding. Okay, let's see what the collective needs to know for the week. Maybe some messages regarding everything we just said, or maybe not.
Maybe
Let's
proud
see.
cards.
Let's see.
Make me
Let's
proud.
see. Let's see.
They never disappoint.
They don't disappoint. Okay.
Oh.
We got one right there. Boom. Okay.
Fire ignited.
Ooh.
Oh, girl.
Okay. What do we have there?
Results coming.
Okay. You know what? I love that, because I feel like that's kind of what I was literally saying right now at the end, is like how I felt like I lost my voice and my power and stuff. And I feel like maybe some of you that are watching this feel that way right now, you know, and it's like finding that fire inside of you again, finding your power again. And then that's when you start to see like those results in your life and those things that you actually want to walk towards and like manifest. You know, they're blocked because you're giving away your power to like this dusty ass man. Locked in, sis.
Where am I pulling this one?
Yeah. What we got?
Time apart.
I cannot make this up.
Time apart. That's exactly what it says.
Oh, shut up.
What's the bottom of the deck?
Speak your truth.
Didn't we say it? God damn it.
Wait, you get me to get the fuck together. Oh my God. Like, what? Come the fuck on.
Y'all
Oh
see
my
that?
God.
Y'all see that?
Yeah, you need to get it together. Like, I feel like there's definitely some of you out there that are like, you know, shutting up, like keeping things in, and like, I think it's like it's a big part of like, you know, that fear of like losing that person. Like, you know,
Lose them. Goodbye.
you know, if I crash out, he's gonna leave me. Who gives a fuck? Like, crash the fuck out.
Yeah.
Like, if he leaves, he leaves. He's doing you a favor.
Exactly. Making it easier.
Ain't that the fucking truth?
After your tower moment, can only go up.
It can only go up from there. The tower moment only leaves room for you to create new, beautiful things, baby. All right. Peace out.
See you next time.